Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's not here.
God almighty, here again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you're trying to do all that glisters in Kingdom Come Deliverance, but you're stuck trying to find Rapota, you can see that you can click in the quest log, and if you press Q, it'll actually give you more info so you can find out more about this and you can read through all this. But what we're trying to do is find Rapota to Sasau, but what I've discovered is the best place actually to do this is over at the monastery. So we're going to be in the monastery here. Fast travel to the monastery, and then you want to be in this bottom section down here. We should be able to see and look at the monastery from here. But you can turn around and just see this area. You'll find a large barn over here, for example. Now, Rapota can be in different places. Other people have suggested he's in this location on this corner here. What I've done is found that he's over here, just leaning up against this wall. You can then talk to him to carry on this part of the quest. Other people have suggested, now you'll find we should be able to see and look at the monastery from here. Monastery here. Over at the monastery. Do is find you will actually give you find floor actually to do this is over at the monastery. So we're going to be in the monastery here. Fast travel to the monastery, and then you want to be in this bottom section down here. We should be able to see and look at the monastery from here. You can turn around and just
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I swear to God, if I find this guy, I'm gonna silver in his fucking face.
Yeah. What is he after now? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hey everybody, marked like I mentioned, and you look at the large scale map, doesn't show you where you need to go, but this is actually where you want to be, is the monastery. Alright, so if we look at the quest log, so the forgers need quicksilver to make their amalgam. It's definitely not a ruin of the mill item. Some of the from Sao must be providing it. So Rapota will be following Florian. So we had just gotten through the portion where Florian was met, and he had a lady friend that had been cat. Rapota bringing back and joined it on the map. We are located right near where. Alright, so if you take a look around, there's the monastery. And here is where Florian works. And the site is Rapota, and he's going to be waiting for Florian to come back home from work. So we're going to go ahead and engage Rapota.
We know each other.
And I know you buy copper for the forgers, so we can kind of accuse him of what.
I swear.
Talk about it. I don't agree with him.
One evening I got a visit next to a small chap.
I don't have much time. Yeah. 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 What is he after? Yeah. 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 Someone there. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I can't go any further.
Yeah.
The current could sweep me to my death.
Yeah. 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 Ah, watch what you're doing. There's people walking here. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, there he is, finally.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know you buy Quicksilver for those counterfeiters.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time. No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
Chilling in there. Finally, after hours, we got it.
What?
You know it's forbidden to go out at night without a light.
Yeah.
You there!
Yeah.
Stop! Surrender! You'll have to.
Is that the best you can do?
You should have thought twice about.
Enough! What impertinence!
But I was just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. Not as shallow as it looks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on. Oh.
We'll do it in the morning.
What's going on? Hey, who's there?
So don't complain.
At the wrong...
Get
Is that the best you can do? Raise the alarm! Watch out! Hey, all of you! Over here! Raise the alarm!
Guards! Get over here!
Yeah! Oh, yeah! Jesus Christ, have mercy on me! I surrender on you!
Bring it on! You gonna cry now?
Tired of life, are you?
Alarm!
You're dead.
Oh, Soul Slicer.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the Royal Hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
I've beaten you once already. Do you really want to try again?
I have no choice.
You could hang up your sword, stop being a knight.
Why would I do that?
Your age. Every morning you wake up feeling more and more sluggish. Day after day just collecting more grey hair and losing your strength. If you'd been a few years younger, you'd have carved me up. But now, if even a brat like me can trounce you, that's probably the Lord's way of telling you to find a new line of work. It's time to look the truth in the eyes. You've grown too old.
Old I may be, but not so weak as to let mere words defeat me.
Very well. You asked for it, old man.
I'll flay you, the Aswaf. Ha ha ha! Lost your wind, have you? Gott, hilf mir! What now? Are you afraid, boy?
Please, please, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfar is very keen to meet you.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate.
In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Ratai then.
I didn't wanna kill that old man. Uh, you.
What are you here for? Hey!
Aww.
Would I be? What am I? Been a pleasure. Have you picked anything yet?
You there! Stop! You was...
I won't put...
Yeah.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself he's so keen to speak to you.
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir. Yeah.
Some foreign knight what turned?
Yeah.
Learn how to ride a horse, idiot!
How are you?
I need the key to...
So, Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
No wonder he doesn't want to talk to you.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Can I? Thank you. I'd like to... So, I'm interested... Would you... Well...
Goodbye.
Stop for a bit.
What's going on?
For security.
Fine. Now get out of my way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor...
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
Do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the Margrave stole my fief?
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you say you've always been so loyal to.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited. They'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything. Yeah! Look out!
Hey, you! What are you doing? Fuck off before I lose my temper. What's with you? Hey! Are you deaf?
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn! So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Yezhek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Yezhek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir. They're doing fine.